Welcome to your Barbados Today evening news update for Wednesday, May the 2nd. So glad you could join us. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Topping the news at this hour, the new government elected in the May 24th general election will face an uphill battle to turn around the Barbados economy. According to the latest central bank report for the first 3 months of this year, the economy contracted, debt remains too high, government revenue is still inadequate, and foreign reserve levels are still troubling despite a small increase. The economy contracted by 0.7%, and according to Central Bank Governor Cleverston Haynes, overall growth for 2018 will be minimal. Now, during the first quarter, government debt rose to 151% of the gross domestic product, while fiscal measures, including the onerous National Social Responsibility Levy and the value-added tax, failed to reach targets. Haynes stressed that Barbados needs strong stabilization measures, but he stopped short of saying whether the new government should turn to the International Monetary Fund for help.
The IMF remains one of the options that is available to us. As I said, the advantage of an IMF tech program is that you're able to catalyze resources, not only what you get from the IMF, but you're also able to catalyze resources from other institutions and also hopefully enable you to get faster access to capital markets going forward. That is an option which we have, and obviously which we have to consider. If we don't go that route, then we have to identify other sources of foreign exchange.
Governor Haynes, however, disclosed that the bank was contemplating calling on the private sector to help bail out the economy.
We're still in the process of negotiation and discussion. We are sort of initially targeting somewhere in the ballpark of 60 to 70 million US to support us. I think that the private sector will be willing to act in what I consider to be the national interest. I think that it's not a situation where one is trying to deprive them of their foreign assets, but really for them. And the mechanisms of doing it may vary according to the entity. What some entities did in '91 and what I know that some of them would be contemplating is really to leverage their foreign assets in order to get us the funds. So they don't necessarily have to liquidate the asset, but they're able to use it as security in terms of on lending to the country.
To developments on the political scene, there was a hive of activity today at the Treasury, now housed at the National Housing Corporation, as political candidates paid in their $250 deposits ahead of the nomination day next Monday. There was a strong showing by the incumbent Democratic Labour Party, including Prime Minister Franda Stewart, Tourism Minister Richard Seeley, Environment Minister Dr. Dennis Lowe, Housing Minister Dennis Kelman, and others. The candidates were all upbeat about the May 24th general election. Christchurch East MP Dr. Dennis Lowe, who was recently hospitalized after undergoing surgery on his knee, told Barbados Today all is well in his constituency and he's confident of retaining his seat.
We've done a lot of work. We have an outstanding record that cannot be challenged by anyone. And therefore what we're doing now really is just putting the icing on the cake, so to speak. I've got a very competent, able, committed, enthusiastic team that's carrying out a lot of work. And I'm one of those people who believe that you don't wait until the election to do your work.
So you want me hampered in any way?
No. I pace myself, obviously, and that's all I need to do. We've set up structures that will allow me to access different areas, the platform and everything. I don't expect my need to stay like this for very long.
The DLP's St. Peter candidate Dave Cumberbatch is also confident about his chances at the polls. He suggested the DLP will return to office.
While canvassing the constituencies, there's every indication, a lot of indication, there's every reason, rather, to believe that the Democratic Labour Party will regain government.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister Francis Stewart charged that the DLP campaign was in full gear while the opposition Barbados Labour Party was running out of steam. Stewart told reporters while the party has come under criticism for what appears to be a laid-back approach to the campaign, the DLP in fact has a well-crafted strategy.
They're now on their fourth. We always intended to fight only one campaign, and that's the campaign that resulted from the fixing of a polling date by the Prime Minister of Barbados. They fixed their own polling dates in the past and had their own campaigns and so on. And I suppose having created a lot of excitement for themselves, they're now depending on us to create some excitement for them because a fatigue factor has taken over with them. No, this is not low-key. The campaign starts on Sunday night. And the DLP will be out there putting the case for the party and to the people of Barbados.
Meanwhile, a new candidate is seeking to represent St. Andrew. Today, independent candidate Stephen Pollard paid in his $250 deposit at the Treasury. He told Barbados Today there are glaring problems in the rural parish and he wants to help.
I ran in St. Andrew because I intend to bring a breath of fresh air, a breeze to St. Andrew. Because I was down St. Simon's yesterday evening, going somewhere. And you should see the road that down St. Simon's. With both the DLP government in power and the BLP. And you should see down Orange Hill. The gutters choke, stuck with mud and marl for the last 24 years. 14 years in the BLP and 10 of this DLP. The trees growing up the walkway where you should be walking, the water lift up the slabs and throw them on side, and the tunnels full up with mud.
Political candidates from Solutions Barbados also paid their deposits. The Barbados Labour Party team and the United Progressive Party will pay their deposits tomorrow.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
One night, one winner, only one team can deliver. Balance, comprehensive, unrivaled coverage. Barbados Today, Capital Media HD 99.3 and 6 Gear Studios. Don't miss election night on www.facebook.com/Barbados Today, on www.barbadostoday.bb, live on www.capitalmediahd.com and on www.facebook.com/Capital Media HD.
To regional news now, an investigation has been launched into the circumstances which led to a patient committing suicide at the San Fernando General Hospital in Trinidad and Tobago. Today, a 25-year-old man was found hanging in a room at the psychiatric ward mere hours after being admitted. According to a release issued by the Southwest Regional Health Authority, a team has been established to look into the matter. The San Fernando police will conduct an independent investigation into the incident. And on the international scene, Armenia's capital, Yerevan, came to a standstill today as thousands of demonstrators blocked roads and danced in the streets after Parliament refused to elect their protest leader as the new Prime Minister. Supporters of Nikol Pashinyan heeded his call for a nationwide day of action, blocking roads leading to Yerevan's main airport and forcing some passengers to leave their cars and continue to the terminals on foot. Pashinyan lost a parliamentary vote yesterday to become interim Prime Minister. The vote followed the resignation last week of the country's former Prime Minister, who was forced to step down amid weeks of mass demonstrations. And that's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook. And sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, as well as Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic evening.